In 25, the world is rethinking its welcome for American travelers. Countries that once rolled out the red carpet are now imposing new rules, visa requirements, additional paperwork, and even quiet refusals at entry. These aren't remote destinations but renowned spots, from sun-drenched retirement havens to vibrant cultural hubs. This shift goes beyond longer lines at immigration. It reflects a profound change in how the world views U.S. passports. Join us as we explore 7 countries where Americans no longer receive the warm welcome they once did. At number 5, a familiar destination is surprising even seasoned travelers with new regulations. Stay tuned to grasp this new reality. The change isn't just about bureaucracy, it signals a world redefining its stance on privilege and access. The U.S. passport was once a universal key, but now doors are closing bit by bit. From bustling cities to tranquil retreats, American travelers face new questions, stricter demands, and sometimes subtle suspicion. This is a moment for U.S. travelers to prepare not just paperwork but also awareness of a changing world. We'll begin our journey in South America, where a major nation has rewritten the rules, posing new challenges for American visitors. Let's dive in to see what's happening and why it matters. Brazil, the land of samba and vibrant beaches, was once an easy destination for American travelers. For over a decade, U.S. citizens enjoyed visa-free access, freely exploring Rio de Janeiro or the Amazon rainforest. But as of April 10, 2025, Brazil reinstated visa requirements for Americans. Travelers must now apply in advance, pay a fee, and await approval before setting foot in the country. Officially, this move reciprocates the strict U.S. visa policies for Brazilians. However, it's also a symbolic gesture of fairness. In São Paulo and Brasilia, many locals believe this change is overdue, reflecting equality after years of watching Brazilians struggle with U.S. visa applications. American travelers now face inconvenience. Some have been turned away at airports, unaware of the new rules. Tour companies report a surge in cancellations due to complex procedures. Brazil isn't banning Americans, but it's no longer rolling out the red carpet. Some call it fairness, others see it as political payback. Whatever the reason, Brazil is sending a clear message. Americans are now just visitors, not VIPs. This raises the question of whether other countries will follow Brazil's lead, further altering their treatment of American travelers in the future. Spain, with its magnificent architecture, unique cuisine, and sun-soaked coasts, has long been a favorite for Americans. From the cobbled streets of Barcelona to the beaches of Costa del Sol, Spain once welcomed U.S. travelers with open arms. But in 2025, that welcome is becoming conditional. American tourists can still enter without a visa, but staying longer, working remotely, or relocating is now much harder. Rejections for the non-lucrative visa, used by Americans to retire or live long-term, surged 40% last year. Spain's immigration data reveals a new requirement: proof of $60,000 in savings, nearly double the previous threshold. In cities like Valencia and Barcelona, locals are protesting soaring rents and housing shortages. The term wealthy foreigners is increasingly common in media, though not directly targeting Americans. Spain remains beautiful and friendly, but that friendliness now comes with more questions, more paperwork, and subtle resentment. For Americans who believed Europe would always offer an easy landing, 2025 is the year that dream is tested. This shift isn't just bureaucratic, it's a sign of a Europe reevaluating how it welcomes visitors from the U.S. South Korea, with its vibrant K-pop culture and unique cuisine, was once a friendly destination for American travelers. But in 2025, South Korea has added a lock to its welcome. The KETA system is now mandatory for Americans, requiring pre-approval through an electronic screening process. Without KETA, you can't even board the plane. Over 22,000 Americans have been denied KETA, sometimes due to a blurry passport photo or missing hotel booking. Travelers report long delays or unexplained rejections, disrupting their journeys. This change isn't just administrative, it reflects a South Korea becoming more selective, not due to crime or conflict, but to protect its culture and resources. For locals, this isn't anti-American, but about setting clear boundaries. South Korea still rolls out the red carpet, but only for those pre-approved. For American travelers, this shift may go unnoticed until the door no longer opens wide. This marks a turning point in how South Korea manages its influx of visitors from the U.S. Japan, with its cleanliness, safety, and deep culture, has long been a respected destination for American travelers. The bustling streets of Tokyo or tranquil Kyoto shrines once offered a rare sense of order. But in 2025, that hospitality is growing reserved. There's no official ban, but many Americans report subtle changes: longer waits at immigration, more questions from officers, and occasional denials despite valid paperwork. Japanese immigration lawyers note increased rejections for travelers with vague itineraries or frequent entries. An incident in late 2024 where an American tourist was arrested for spray painting a Tokyo shrine gate sparked public outcry and raised concerns about cultural disrespect. Japan has always protected its identity, and with rising tourism pressures, that protection now feels more personal. Americans who once felt like honored guests sometimes now feel like outsiders. Japan isn't changing its laws, but it is shifting its welcome, forcing American travelers to adjust their expectations. Bali, the island of golden sun and free-spirited living, was once a dream for Americans. But in 2025, Indonesia has cracked down on foreign visitors, particularly long-stay travelers and digital nomads. In the first 3 months of 2024, Bali deported 211 Americans, many for overstaying tourist visas by mere weeks. Authorities use Instagram and TikTok to detect illegal workers. A wrong hashtag could lead to immediate deportation. Locals don't oppose tourists but resent entitlement, soaring rents, disrespectful behavior, and the sense that the island is being taken over. Bali still welcomes visitors, but with stricter rules. American travelers must be cautious as consequences come swiftly without warning. Indonesia isn't targeting Americans, but it's setting clear boundaries to protect its island. Turkey, a bridge between East and West, was once a friendly destination for Americans, from bustling Istanbul to the southern coasts. But in 2025, the atmosphere has shifted. American tourists can still enter without a visa, but the experience inside the country feels different. There are more checkpoints, more questions, and a sense that your social media posts might be scrutinized. Some Americans have been detained over online content, though not formally banned. The Turkish government is increasingly vocal about foreign influence and the need to protect national stability. Americans aren't directly targeted, but they feel the pressure. Turkey isn't closing its borders, but it's tightening its grip. American travelers must be more cautious, as the freedom they once enjoyed is less assured. This shift reflects a world reevaluating its treatment of Americans. Argentina, with its vibrant tango culture and stunning landscapes, was once an easy South American destination for Americans. But in 2025, Argentina reinstated visa requirements for U.S. citizens, ending over a decade of visa-free access. The official reason is reciprocity for U.S. visa policies toward Argentinians. However, beneath this lies a shift in societal attitudes. Inflation, economic pressures, and growing anti-Western sentiment have made Argentina more cautious. While locals remain warm, the government is increasingly strict, imposing more regulations on foreigners, especially those seen as wealthy or detached from local realities. American travelers face longer lines at immigration, more paperwork, and unexpected delays. Argentina still welcomes visitors, but it no longer favors Americans. This change marks the end of an era of ease for American travelers. The changes in these 7 countries aren't just about visas or procedures. They reflect a broader shift in how the world views Americans. For decades, a U.S. passport meant freedom of movement, privilege, and trust. But in 2025, that trust is fading. Some countries are changing laws, others attitudes, but all are asking, is the welcome still worth it? American travelers must prepare not just paperwork, but also awareness of a world redefining its treatment of them. From Brazil to Argentina, Japan to Turkey, the message is clear. The era of automatic welcomes is over. Travel with respect and understanding, as the world is no longer the same. Stay tuned to discover which destinations still welcome Americans with open arms,